Welcome back, Internet. So, today we're going to work on episode 7 for Sandustry on the Titan map. I did manage to find and I managed to get the darkness adjusting mod, so that way when you go underground, it just removes the darkness level settings. It still does a weird transition thing when you go between the outside inside, so it does do that. It's a little goofy, but I did get that, and as you obviously could see in the last episode, I have a ton of void bloom, and it is taking forever, and it's clogging up the system. Normally the flux emitter gets like every 2 seconds it clicks once, so you get like a 1 tick per 2 seconds kind of a situation. And there's a mod, and I did add it, that does 10 ticks per second instead. So effectively it makes it, if my math is right, and I don't know, but it basically makes it like 20 times faster. So it should suck through all that void bloom and stop causing me to be all clogged up. Once I'm finished with this map, there is... Yeah, see, look at this. See? She's like... Look how fast that's going. Once I'm finished with this map, there is a new mod loader out for it. And it does have... I believe it has updates on some of the maps. And I don't know if there's more mods or if it's just updated mods. It's still pretty new. But there is that, so we can look forward to that. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my stuff too much. I generally only get onto the Discord stuff, I want to say once... Usually like once a week or so, just to keep track of, like, I have like a D&D group that I do sometimes, and we usually do online stuff. Anyway, that's all besides the point. So I recently hopped onto the Discord, and yeah, I saw some stuff, and it was pointed out to me. Let's see, who was it? What was it? It was Almighty Pumpkin? I think that's who. He's part of the Discord stuff. Pretty active, but I have to double check to see. Yeah, Almighty Pumpkin. Yeah, so he reminded me that there is a new mod loader for it. So thank you for that. And then, oop. Let's see. So yeah, so somebody. Honestly, I'm completely. I think I even typed this out. I'm completely tickled pink. I'm absolutely giddy. Somebody posted one of my videos onto the Discord. I don't know if it's a different name than on YouTube or not, but it's Fossey. Again, that was pretty cool. It was nice to see that people liked it. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. So, but yeah, so we're gonna work through. We're gonna work through all this flux site because, yeah, see, look at that. See, I was completely backed up, and now it's actually working its way through, and hopefully I can keep up on that. Yeah, once this is done, we'll start our normal playthrough. We're gonna move up and go here so we can see it and be more satisfying to watch. Alright, we are getting down to the last couple of these guys. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go conveyor belts to there. We're gonna get rid of that guy. And then we're gonna put our flux emitter up there. And that way it'll just have all this space to build. So we're gonna get rid of that there, and we're gonna put it right there. And now that gives me all this space. I have no idea how quickly that's gonna run. As in, like, I don't know how the sped up time is going to be going. That was 15 minutes to process all of that. But considering what it did, I'd say it did a pretty good job. Oh, no, this is all backed up. Let's go this way. We'll allow... No, not wet sand. We're going to go allow regular sand. It's probably not going to work the greatest, but yeah, that's okay. It might help, it might not. Because I need this to get going. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. I change this out. I change these all out for just regular conveyor belts. Because then the regular conveyor belts won't allow this stuff to fall through, and it won't clog it up so bad, hopefully. Not to say it won't still clog up, but maybe this will help minimize the cloggage. Because, you know, if it's clogged up, I can't process it. And that's too much. Alright, we're almost done with that. It's gonna have a lot to go through here. Now we just need to wait for this to process through before I unload all of this. Give this a chance to work its way out. Then we can finally get back to what I was doing in the first place. Looking for more red sand. Because I still have all this amethylus that I need to process. And I'm going to need red sand to do it. Go ahead and do that. Not going to do a whole lot of difference, I don't think. But we'll find out, because I mean, the more that's going, the more it'll process. But it also is more likely to overload. I think once this starts to work its way through, these filters should let anything else through. So now we can go back to our search for red sand. Now We've dug out quite a bit. We got all this guy here. Yeah, but see? Now I've got it so it stays, you know, visually seeable. So that's good. Okay. And it's probably just backed up. Let's go double check. So it should be fine. It's probably just backed up. Oh, you know what it is? Because I never reset. I never restarted that little washing station. So it's not going to fill up because, you know, I can't move anywhere. It's going to make it a little difficult. Go up and fix that, shall we? Oh no, that's right. I did the filters. Now I feel silly. I just have so much going. Maybe I should add a third set of launchers to here. Let's do that. We're gonna rework this a little bit, I think. And we're gonna do... I'll put it right there. So conveyor belt there. Filter sand. Nope, not sand. Wet sand. Wet sand. If any of it doesn't make it through, again, wet sand here. If any of it doesn't make it through, it'll work its way down onto the second row of shakers. Which will then... No, I need you. You're gonna let... You know what? You're gonna let everything through. And it's the slag getting down to here that I need it to process. So the only thing I'm gonna do is block wet sand. And we'll do it from right around here. Let's see if that works. We're gonna filter out. We're gonna let the slag fall. And I want to have... ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not even gonna have this. We're just gonna get rid of that altogether. We're gonna filter out burnt slag. Like so. Like that. Okay. Let's see how well this works now. Ooh, actually, I do the wet sand here. We can do filter out slag this way. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this. No, not the whole... Oop. Yeah, I guess the whole thing. I don't think this is working quite as well as I was hoping it was going to work. Could just be because it got overloaded. That initial startup, because there was so much ready to go. Perhaps it just got a little overloaded. Okay, it's kind of keeping up now. Ooh, you know what? Maybe let's do this. Do this with that. And instead of it going through there, we'll have it filter through like that, and it'll just fall in and then go back up. We'll give that a try. See how well that works. Doesn't seem to be burning fast enough. Maybe I need to make it longer, or I need to make multiples. Maybe that would work. Maybe I'll make multiples. Grab one of these guys. Go. We're doing here. Go conveyor belt. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to update the thing. Mod loader thingamajig. Like an autosave function, something or other. I'm getting that white error screen. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to let it do that. Which unfortunately means some of this is gonna fall down, so I'm gonna get some burnt slag mixed in. But not super concerned. Because if this can keep up, it should be fine. Seems to be working okay. Don't think that's gonna do any good because it's burning down fast enough. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted less burnt slag. There we go. That way only burnt slag goes through. Okay, we now have a little more processing. Let's do this. That way it's not hitting the ceiling so badly. Okay. We've got that going. If I copy pasted this, it's probably just gonna lose all the lava. So I don't want to deal with that. I could adjust this up, and I could adjust this up, I suppose. But again, I'm not super worried about it. I'm definitely more worried about making sure I've got red sand, because I need red sand. This is unclogged again, it looks like. That's good. We go this way and look for red sand, or keep going this way? Because, I mean, it's going to take a lot of processing to get through all that. Need to get ourselves red sand. I know there's... No, there's none up here. I feel like there should be some over on the right side of the map. I can't remember. I think we've dug down through here. I'm pretty sure we cleared all this area. Yeah. So next area to clear. gonna be this way. Now to decide. Should I keep going forward or should I go down this way? Melt this ice. Oh, nice. I wish I could remember that that's where I needed to go, but I can't claim that. But this is exactly what I wanted. Oh, wrong button. Oh, my rocket launchers. Got these little straggling pixels. Okay. I don't remember where this goes around to. Because I'm pretty sure that just drops out through there. If it does, that might be easier. It might be a longer way to travel. I'm not super worried about the distance of travel. I'll figure it out, I suppose. I just don't want to have to go all the way around. I wonder if I could do the digger, if it'll... No. Yeah, I gotta figure out where this all goes to. I don't think it goes down to there. I'm pretty sure that's a dead end. Which means I'm gonna have to either pipe it up and through. So I'm either gonna have to go all the way up this way and toss it out there, or dump it out there. Okay, let's go set up this stuff to come out so we can get rid of it. Use it to get all of our amethyllis. Why is there amethyllis in there? Get all of our amethyllis cooked up and made into void bloom. So we're gonna set it up to go through here. There we go. So now we can pipe that into an existing system. Doesn't quite go all the way through. Oh, can't have that now. Ooh, I don't think I can get enough. That's okay. Once it's all finished up, we can work on that. Oop, I got my head stuck. Well, for the time being, it kind of looks like a spray bottle. Like here's the container and the little sprayers. Yeah, looks like a spray bottle. Yeah, 'cause I thought about getting it up into here, but I feel like that might just take too much work. If that makes sense, because I mean I have to go up, over, back down again. Whereas here, it's just a matter of emptying it out. There. And that'll keep it from going this way. You know, I'm not entirely sure how the steam turns back into water sometimes. Because, like, it'll fill up down here, and sometimes it'll turn back into water. Sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I know when it hits basically the top of the level, once it hits a certain, you know, height, it condenses and turns into water. But I don't know how that applies when it's inside a cave. So I think that would be one of the things I would want to see is like a steam, like a way to pump steam in and out of places. You know, I mean, because that could be interesting. Obviously, I can't tell the person how to make the game. It's their game, and I don't know coding very well. So I don't know how feasible something could be or how much work it would take to do. But I mean, I think it'd be kind of interesting to be able to, say, make a bunch of steam like that and either pipe it into an area or use it to power like a steam turbine block of some sort. And then that way you could, I don't know, like make your... Ooh, it's going to save again. And then that way you could make either like a way to unlock the like efficiency or speed, you know, things like that for your machines. So instead of having to mod the flux eminator, I could just, you know, hook it up with a wire and a steam engine, and that would power it, and you know, that would make it like, I don't know, faster, or make it so that you could process more. Like instead of getting I don't know, like 1 or 2 slag from a wet dirt as it processes, maybe you get like an extra, you have like a 50% chance of getting an extra pixel of gold or slag, or you know, whatever. That'd be pretty cool. And then it would be a way to like speed up, like having a fast forward, because it would allow you to increase the speed at which your machines process or produce. Like you could hook it up to the planter boxes, and maybe the planter boxes would, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't make so many flowers, or it would be more efficient so the flowers would grow faster. Or maybe you could process slag and you can use burnt slag to also like fertilize. So like you could have a thing that would fertilize the planter boxes to get you more flowers or more gold. You know, something like that. I don't know how well it would work, how easy it would be. But you know, that would be one of my ideas, is have a way to upgrade either using fluxite or gold, perhaps. And then it would make it more efficient or faster. I mean, they do have a suggestions box basically for the Discord, so in fact I think I left one in there for that purpose. Obviously, if you've been following along and watching, you're probably already familiar, but there is It's not a release date yet, but there is a publisher announced for it, so yeah, so there is a publisher now, so we're one step closer to being able to play the game in all its full glory. I mean, I'm looking forward to some of the things I've seen on either the screenshots or I guess. Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me, big old yawn. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting the stuff for like trailers or things like that. So the other day I was talking with one of the guys at work, and we're talking about, I forget which movie specifically, but we were talking about a Stephen King movie, and I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this or if you even care to watch Stephen King stuff. It's fine if not. I don't care. You can watch it or not. Everybody has their own preferences. But I've noticed that, or I guess I was asking a question, wasn't I? Yeah, I was asking a question. Have you guys noticed that Stephen King tends to make the crazy people, like the craziest people, he tends to make them all some sort of weirdo, like religious nut job of some sort? Like I don't think he has a very positive view of religious people. Like if you think about it, the first one pops to mind, The Mist. If you've seen that one. The lady in the grocery store, she's super like end of the world and this is God's judgment and all that kind of stuff. It's like a very poor misrepresentation of most people who are religious. You can kind of tell he has certain opinions. I've also noticed that most of the stuff that he does seems to be, well, shall we say, especially his books, child oriented. I mean, kind of going back to the really stupid joke I made the other day. Like he's I don't know, he seems to have this weird fascination. I mean, I get having creepy stuff happening with kids because because kids are innocent and all that kind of stuff. So I get it. He's just, I don't know, he seems to push it kind of weird. Like it's extra fun for him or something. I don't know. The ideas most of the time are pretty interesting. Like he can effectively, I mean, he seems to make some kind of monster out of everything. So, I mean, he does a good job there. But still, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. Have you guys noticed that? Maybe it's just me. I don't want to do this. I need to get this stuff. I think it'll start going down once I get some red sand in here, because the red sand will start to fill this stuff up. So hopefully that red sand makes its way up here soon. Alright. Ooh, another big yawn. I think we are at a wait and see processing sort of situation. Because this stuff here needs to process through. Alright, well, let's just, I guess wait here for now. Let this all process out for a bit. Ooh, it is moments like this that I wish I could fast forward. Just how it just goes shoo, shoo, shoo. Nice and fast. Let's go take a look at other stuff. Let's see if everything else is okay. I wish this stuff would hurry and process so I could get my red sand up here. Let's give this stuff a chance to process through first, shall we? Close off this stuff. And then nothing new will come through there. I mean, the gold is fine. Gold shouldn't do much. But just in case, we're going to do that. And then gonna let this process down, and while this process is down, or not when this process is down, or at least, you know, until I'm sick of letting it process down, because I'm already at almost 2 hours of record time at this point. I'll probably call the episode there, and then, like I said, I might have to go through and because I don't want to do too much with the mods just yet for updating, because like I said, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to go onto the Discord and see if it makes any real change or difference, because I don't want to end up messing up the save on this and then having to redo all of this for you guys, because you know that would be uncool. I mean, I don't know if you guys would mind. I wouldn't mind playing it again, but I don't know if you guys would mind watching it again, is the thing. I can always try to get to a similar point, like, you know, once my money and everything is up to where it is now, maybe, you know, and then I can be like, oh, you know, I'm close to the thing that I'm, you know, or not close to the thing, close to the stuff I was at processing wise. And I can try to set this all up and stuff again. So, I mean, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But if I can update the mod loader, and if I can update the map, and if I can update all that stuff without messing up the save files too badly, and it'll give me a chance to update some of the stuff, so like, hopefully if I remember to do it or I don't miss any, and you'll notice I'll try to cut out, I guess it's an error log. Yeah, I think it's the error log. I'll try to cut all those out, because with the new mod loader and the new mod file and stuff, it kept giving me an error, like a JavaScript error. And that, you know, every 20 minutes or 30 minutes the timer is set for autosave, it just runs that. And then it freaks out and it's like, oh, you can't do that. There's an error. And I was like, no, there's not. It's fine. So, I don't know what's going on. Well, it's making progress. Our washing stations are half empty now. Yeah, maybe once this all has a chance to process, I can look into adjusting and or moving. Maybe adjust this. Maybe adjust this, who knows? Maybe tighten it up a little bit. Well, I think I'm probably gonna call this episode here. When we get back for the next episode, we'll deal with finishing off the last little bit of this shenanigans. Get our washing station all cleared out. You know, I feel like I had some stuff, like some random topics, some fun stuff, or, you know, whatever, for bringing up. But I can't remember what it was. It's okay. Maybe I'll remember for next time. I'll have to write it down. Give myself some, like, bullet points or something, you know, things I thought of during the day that I could talk about. But at the moment, can't really think of a whole lot. So, well, yeah, we'll call it here. If you guys are enjoying it, feel free to like it. If you want to see more of it, again, feel free, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to put out at least a video once a week with some of, you know, some exceptions, like if we're on vacation or if I have to take a break, things like that. Oh, that was one of the things I was going to bring up. Back to school stuff is getting going. And recently, I think I might have brought it up last week with how my wife was looking to try and find a job. But she did get one, so her schedules I might have to make some adjustments. And somebody at work, I think I told you guys this last week, but yeah, somebody at work put in their 2 weeks, and this week is their last week. So my stuff might be changing scheduling wise. So I'll still try to put something out for the week, but it might end up being on a different day than Wednesdays, because I might have a different day off, or I might have a different day to record. And so, I don't know, we'll see. So, in the next couple of weeks might be a little weird, a little messed up on my releasing schedule. So, but now that I've gotten that off, because I remembered that was one of the things I was going to bring up and talk to you guys about. I don't remember what the other thing was. I think it was just something weird or funny that I'd seen or heard or something like that. Maybe it was probably a joke. I'll try to look up some jokes for you. Hopefully you guys are okay with dad jokes. I love good dad jokes. So, and until next time, yeah. Feel free to do the likes and the subscribes and all that fun stuff. Let me know if you have any interests, anything, any topics that you want me to discuss, I guess. If you think there's a cool mod that won't break the basics of the game too much, let me know. Like the flux emitter, it just helps me process faster. And you know, if you guys have any designs or any whatnot, feel free, share them. If you have Discord, feel free, you know, go join the Discord for Sandustry. Go join Lanta Games. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to go double check, make sure it's because it's two T's. It's either an A or an O at the end, and I don't remember. I want to say it's an A at the end. But join their Discord and you can like, you know, post screenshots and stuff of your builds. And if there's something that you want me to try out, or if there's a recommendation, if there's a way that works really well, then yeah, let me know. Post it on there. Drop a comment and say, hey, go check out my whatever on Discord. Go look at my, you know, gold sorting or my washing station or something. You know, let me know. And let other people know too, because that's always fun. So, until next time, have fun.